Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Amara, as you may or may not know, and on this channel I do everything fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and dilly-dallies, aka vlogs. This video, however, is slightly out of what I usually do, but it was requested in the comment section of a previous video of mine, so I am excited to do it. I'm dividing this video into two parts, my supplementals and my grades. UBC was my first option out of every other school. It was the school that I put the most energy in, and I started writing my supplemental the entire summer before I needed to. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I searched on other people on Reddit's personal profiles. I did my research. I did a lot of research. So if you're trying to go into UBC and you're watching this video, you are on the right path. This is not sponsored. For my entire supplementals, I use this website Youthfully, and it was pretty much what guided me throughout. I'll put the link in my description for that. The template for that really helps with writing your supplemental. There are three things that I think really helped my application. When you write your supplemental, it should be personal. Like, it should be something that is actually important to you. Don't write what you think they want to hear. Show, don't tell. You're showing them why you're a good character or a likable character. Don't just tell them that I'm hardworking, I'm ambitious, I'm determined, I'm focused. Show them that you're all these things. Show them your personality. Give examples. For example, if you're trying to prove that you're an ambitious person, give an example of when your ambition has shown. If you're trying to tell that you're a determined person, give an example that you've stuck with something for a very long time, or you really wanted to get into, you were consistent with it, or something along the lines of that. Never just, I'm ambitious, I'm smart, I'm blah, 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 blah. You have to really show what's different about you. And be specific with your examples. Don't generalize your examples. Go over it 1,000,001 times. If you have a mentor, give it to your mentor, give it to your teachers. I gave it to my English teacher and my principal to read over. Give it to your trusted teachers. Give it to people who you know are good at writing. If you wrote it and it's personal to you, it's good. But the way it's written might not always be the best. I know when I gave it to my principal, he had a lot of edits, and obviously it's still your paper. There's some things that I kept and some things I decided not to keep. Just give it to other people, reflect on, read it over and over again, leave it by the side for a while. That's why I wrote mine during the summer, so I came back to it. Leave it on the side for a while and then come back to it and read it again. Don't do it the night before. They can tell. That just shows that, like, that's kind of like you showing that you're not very interested in the school, and so they're not going to be very interested in you. Extra things to add for your supplemental. Youthfully is the best, like, guide. It has a guided document. It has examples. For example, in my first question, I had a quote, a hook, which is like the first thing that would initially make them be like, what is this person writing? So my hook for my first one was, behind every great achievement lies an even greater sense of ambition, which ambition was the main plot of that paper I was writing. I highly, highly advise you use Youthfully. Like, if there's nothing else you take away from this video, Youthfully should be the one thing you at least take, because that alone would help you a bunch. You can actually just search also what UBC supplementers are looking for. That is the exact same thing I did. And what I found was leadership, how you help and how you're involved in your community, your other qualities that show that you're a good candidate, like good person. For example, mine, I know personally I'm a very ambitious person, and that's something that I carried and pretty much dragged along my entire supplemental. Like, ambition is mentioned in everything. And if anything, if something is really important to you, sports came out in my first second, and third questions. I put sports for the first one, sports for the second one, sports for the third one. If it's important to you, write it. Like, even if if you would think it's repetitive, but if it's important to you, it clearly shows that it taught you something. And if it applies for every question and it's something that you can give examples for, ride with it. This is what I wrote for it. Reading it again, there are things that I would change, but it got me in, so I'm not complaining. Behind every great achievement lies an even greater sense of ambition. I consider myself a very determined person with an incredible amount of ambition, and I've always taken pride in my ability to pursue my interests despite my fear of failure. In 11th grade, for instance, I had the option of choosing 2 sports to play for the rest of the season, and though I initially wanted to opt for the sports I was familiar with, soccer and track, the idea of simply remaining in my comfort zone for another year just didn't sit right with me. So I chose to try out for a sport I had never pursued before, badminton. Upon asking my sister and my mentor for advice, they both asked me if I would be content with not trying, and well, I wouldn't have. Thus, I took it upon myself and started 2 weeks of training with YouTube, a racket, and the help of some friends. Within 2 weeks, I solidified my place as first in the junior girls singles tryouts and even managed to become the 5th best in Southern Ontario. I was incredibly proud of my abilities to not let my doubts get the best of me and achieve something seemingly impossible. My determination and persistent nature have gotten me through difficult situations and have kindled greater opportunities in my life. It has helped me develop confidence, tenacity, and open-mindedness, skills that my teachers have noticed I use not only in sports, but also in my academics. With that, you can see that I used show not tell. I put something that I actually cared about and was personal to me, sports. And I was specific. I was clear. I gave examples, and best believe a lot of people went through that paper. A lot of people. So personal to you, clear, distinct examples, and read it 1,000,001 times. Read it as much times as you're breathing. For my second paper, I'm gonna skip over certain things because there's personal information on there, but I will read it out regardless and just go bleep for the things that I don't want to say. Okay, let's read. Sports are particularly important to me because it provides me with the chance to be my authentic self, establish a variety of friendships, and learn new skills. Bleep, bleep, bleep. I find that forming relationships is especially important to me, and sports gives me the space to do so. I'm given the patience and understanding to grow effectively and maintain good physical and mental health. My first official team in 2nd grade was a tournament I went for with the main motive being to gain trophies, validations, and medals just like my siblings. But I found something way more valuable. The day was filled with compassion, teamwork, bonding, and encouragement. The incredible amount of love I felt made me realize how much I loved sports. After that tournament, I signed up for another one every other year, and I got to be the head student tournament leader for it in 8th and 9th grade, as well as the marching band director in 9th grade. I learned that the thrill of winning isn't all sports has to offer. It's the community and stability. Sports has helped me deal with a lot of hard times and given me the opportunity to work with coaches who've helped me improve and acquire skills like cooperation, leadership, patience, resilience, and good communication skills. I was also gifted with meeting my closest and lifelong best friends. I love sports and I hope to participate in UBC's athletic scene given the wide range of sports it offers. Now finishing my first year, I did not have the chance to participate in UBC's athletic scene due to my tight school schedule, but I am planning on doing volleyball next year, so yay! But as you can see, this is also about sports, and it was also really detailed. I gave examples of how I felt, where I was, what I did. I also showed leadership positions. It was clear, and best believe a lot of people checked over it. I used my own advice. I would advise you to as well. Tell us more about 1 or 2 activities listed above that are most important to you. Please explain the role you played and what you learned in the process. You will be asked for a reference who can speak to your response. Also, get references that actually could speak to your response. Don't get your mother or your aunt that likes you. That would lie. No, this should be a no-brainer, but if it wasn't clear already, like, yeah, don't get your mom. And this is my response. My experience as the CEO of my class company has taught me that the most unexpected events can result in the biggest changes. At the beginning of my business leadership class, the teacher told us we were going to be running businesses based on a randomly picked team. After a mere week of working together as a team, the other members elected me as the CEO. I was honored and determined to not disappoint my teammates. I took on the role with hopeful intent and made sure to put in a lot of effort. This activity revealed that I struggled with patience, especially working with quieter people. This temporarily hindered my group's success as it was hard to cooperate. As an individual who is open to growth, I sought feedback from my teacher and she educated me on the qualities of a leader. And together we explored better choices I could make to ensure better work with my team. Moving forward, I acknowledge my mistakes and make it a priority of mine to implement what I had been told. At first, our meetings were imbued with silence after my suggestions, but after a while, the other group members were able to come out more with their ideas as well as contribute to the group work assigned. Working with my teammates and the teacher has aided me in learning interpersonal skills that I didn't anticipate when walking into this. I've learned to be a proactive leader who listens and guides my team to work with different personalities and how to trust people I work with. As situations arose that required me to learn to guide rather than push, I grasped the importance of working with people. I formed various useful business and life skills, including active listening, improved patience, proper communication, and better leadership skills. Our business is thriving with creative ideas and quickly gained invested customers. I'm incredibly pleased to have had the opportunity to work through a difficult situation and come out as a better person. At UBC, I'm hoping to obtain the opportunity to work with multiple groups, thus broadening my horizons on teamwork and business. As you can see, it wasn't something big. It wasn't like I was the leader of MUN, I was the president of America. It needs to be actually something that you feel like actually affected you and you can actually like tell a story with it. I gave examples on this, and so this question, I took it as quite literally a story. And I honestly think that out of every other one I've written, this is probably my best one. So basically the showing, not telling, and I showed how I felt and how I grew and how I reacted to the situation. That's what they want to see. So I would highly advise you to do that. Last question, which is optional, but I chose to answer it because I thought it will increase my chances. I don't know if it did, so don't hold my word to gold, but I did get in, so do it if you want to. The last question, additional information. You may wish to use the space below to provide UBC with more information on your academic history today or your future academic plans. For example, how do you choose this course in secondary school? Are there any life circumstances that affected your academic decisions to date? What have you done to prepare yourself specifically for your intended area of study at UBC? My big transition from the world of science to the world of business and computers had a significant impact on my grades. I'm constantly exploring different learning methods to use, like active recall, to deepen my understanding. I have formed multiple habits that have guided me through different subjects and made sure to put in a lot of effort regarding my academics. Therefore, I feel confident about the trajectory of my grades and my preparation for university. Figuring I've been successful at raising my grade average every year and have been recognized by my teachers and peers for my effort. And that is the end of all my supplementals. As we are reaching the end of this video, don't forget to hit that little like button and subscribe if you want to see more of me and hear more of me talking. If you guys like this little sit down and talk thing we got going on right now, just comment down below what you'd like to see more of, and I definitely take video requests and would love to film. For part 2, my grades. This is pretty quick. Like I said in my supplemental, my last supplemental, I was able to increase my grades every year. My grades in 11th grade were my grades from 11th to 12th grade were pretty much high 80s, low 90s. My worst courses were probably like an 84 and my best like a 94. So take that as you will. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you found this helpful for your application, comment down below what you found helpful about it, or if you want extra tips, ask me questions. I will gladly answer them. Good luck on your application. Good luck on your supplemental applications. Good luck on your other university applications. I've got this. Focus. Take all the tips from this video. Make sure to check out Youthfully in the description down below. This is not sponsored, but it was that good. And so I highly recommend you use it. Good luck on everything. I hope to see you more. Toodaloo.